All right. We are live for race number 2. And we're ready to go racing at the Bullring. So, everybody heading out for their qualifying lap right now. So you see Pena out there right now. He's setting his lap time. That's going to put him with a 3.6 on the board. Or 2.6, my bad. So I'll leave this up while everybody goes out and qualifies. So maybe talk about how the heat's all working as well. Bryce is out there. Matt's doing his lap. Pena, he's going to complete his. He ran a 2.64. Let's see what Matt's able to get down. Matt's first lap going to be a 2.51. So that's going to put him top of the board. Bryce with a 6.7. Matt to complete his final lap. Does he go quicker? No. Corey runs a 5.31. Bryce ends up with a 3.8. Not too bad of a lap for him there. Kellen Keller. His first race in the league. Missed last week, couldn't make it. So now he's trying to complete at his home track. I do believe half of everybody in here is pretty much in Vegas. I'm pretty sure. So that part of it is kind of cool. Or at least this is kind of their home track. Kellen across the line. Little quicker. Ends up running a 4 with a backflip to finish it. Kell's on his lap. Go on board. See if he can beat Matt. He's in the wall. I don't know if that's going to count. Off of 4 for the final time. Does he go quicker? He does! Kell gets it at the line. And gonna rev it. A little bit of a rev bomb there. But yeah, good job and good lap by Kell here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. From up top on top of his car. See, nice and early on the brakes. Down to the bottom. A little bit in the wall. Shocked that didn't. I shocked that still counted his lap though. But good lap by Kell. It's going to get him another pole. I believe another point. So Kell with the points lead heading into this one because he got a 0x last race and Matt did not. So that made it to where Kell got an extra bonus points for getting the 0x. But looks like Kell is going to be on the pole. Matt right behind him. Pena in third. Zach 4th, Bryce 5th, Kellen 6th, and Corey to round out the field. We'll hit ready to race. All right, I'll talk to everybody real quick. All right, good luck, boys. Have some fun. Doug's going to race control it. If anybody has any issues, just let them know. Doug's got you. And then yeah, choose cone. We'll do choose cone, so we'll just do it. 1 to go. Go at the start-finish line. Go either inside or by the wall. Go either way to the bottom or up top just to kind of space it out, and then pick whatever lane. Don't switch or nothing. And then Doug will clear blacks when we get back going green. So don't worry about that. But, yeah, twins, if the settings are right, it should work how I'm expecting it to with twins. So it should just be one heat and then the feature. So hopefully that all goes to plan. And then, yeah, I'll do interviews in between both races or in between races as well. So other than that, have fun, boys, and good luck. All right. Well, try to drag Kell in here right quick. Kell, you got a copy?
So,
Well, back-to-back polls with you there. Not too bad. And you have the points lead. What is your expectations in tonight, or what do you think you're going to need to beat what seems like half these guys' hometown track?
not get wrecked. I don't want to get piled in the back of. That's the main goal, but we'll see if Matt wants to run me clean. No, I'm just kidding. uh, let's see what we got for sure. I know it's gonna be a bottom with the choose cone. That's definitely gonna help if you can stay out front. But let's see what we got.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. What lane do you think is gonna be the preferred lane? I know it's gonna be I know how Bullring is majority of the time on the bottom, but is there a chance that you could pick top at the end of it if you need the spots, or what are you kind of thinking?
Probably. I mean, yeah. If something happens, I could go to the back. I mean, most likely, it's definitely possible to run the top. You just gotta hold them down enough, ish. I guess you can say, just not to wreck them or yourself.
Well, sounds like a good time, and good luck to you. We'll hopefully be talking to you later.
All right, thank you.
All right, later. There with Kale, as everybody's gritting for it. Not that big of a field, but a really competitive one, kind of what we had last week. So, hoping it's going to be a fun and fast one. Everybody's starting to grid now, and Kale's going to roll off on the pole with Matt to his outside. Matt, the winner of last week, Kale leading the points, like I said. Also, keep in mind there is an extra 3 points if you do finish with a 0x. So Kale has the points lead, even though Matt won the first race because of the 0x. So FYI, kind of keep that in mind too as well. And I'll count it for both races. So if you get a 0x in both, there's 6 extra points. So kind of throw that in there.
K04.
Throw that in there because be kind of nice to, if everybody runs it clean, that'll be definitely a big one for everybody. But yeah, excited for this one at the Bullring, first twin race, and everybody's on the grid right now, ready for it. So we're getting all the cars lined up. Everybody's about to roll off. Let me hear predictions. Who you guys think for this first one? We got 3 or 4 people watching, so let me know what you guys are thinking, who you guys are wanting to win. And we're starting to roll off here. Let's jump on the back of the pace car. Oh, that's not going to work. Well, all right, never mind. That didn't work. So, these guys are going to go for it here for 50 laps in this first one. And then it's going to be a 5-car invert for the next race. So, it's going to invert the field and swap it to where, obviously, the invert. But, yeah, hopefully the settings are all good and not all messed up. But we're getting ready to go for the green for race number 2. Inside in that black and yellow 07 is going to be Kel McClinney. He's going to lead him off in the green to his outside. Race 1 winner, Matt Frady, in the red 40 on his outside. Pace car is going to pull down pit road. We're coming to green number 1 of the night here at the Bullring. Twin race number 1 is underway. Looks like Kel's going to have the early advantage off of turn number 2. Matt's going to try to duck in line and follow him. Everybody gets singled out pretty quickly. Everybody single file in line so far. Looks like Pena gets a little sideways there. Same thing with Bryce. I think Kel had a little wiggle. Bryce is going to get it underneath Pena. A little check up. 2 go around. Caution's going to come out early. Little bit of contact. And they go around. Pena off the nose of Bryce. And we have caution number 1. So you see here, we'll go on top of the car with Bryce. See on top, see Pena kind of wiggles a little bit, maybe gets a little loose and tries to stay off of Matt. Bryce sees the hole, and Pena just is there as they make contact off the front nose of Bryce. So not much more of that. I think that was just a big racing deal. I don't think Bryce did anything on purpose. Really didn't mean to get in there. Pena just tried to, get back in line. And they're going to stack up from it. Zach maybe has a little bit of nose damage, but he should be good. We're going to be back green. Double up here. Don't know if this is the one to go or what is. Maybe next time around is going to be the choose cone. So at the line, going to be the choose cone. We'll see who or where everybody picks. It's either this time or next time. I'm not sure. Let's see. No? Is nobody going to do choose count? Okay. I guess nobody did it right there, I guess? Oh, I don't know. But either everybody just wanted to keep their spot or something. I don't know. But we're going to get back going green here. Matt and Kale, same front row. A little bit of a different second row. It's going to be Zach and Kellen in that second row as they're going to come off of turn 4. Come back to the green. Restart lap number 2. Good jump by Kale. Big jump out front. Going to get the early advantage. Zach's going to look underneath Matt. A little bit further back. Corey Hansen there. He's going to be in that 4th spot. Good looking paint scheme. That purple. Purple NOS machine. There's a lot of 40s and 50s in this race, noticing it. The 40, the 55, the 49, the 50. They're all together. Corey's going to go way up the track. A little bit tight there. He's going to give up that spot to Pena. A little bit of contact there. No harm, no foul. He's going to just drop back out of the way. We got a battle back up front. Matt and Zach lurking on the back bumper of Kale. Something we saw last week. All first half of the race. In that big 150 lapper at Kern. Kale was leading, had Pena on his back bumper. Now this week, Matt all over Kale's back bumper here at Matt's hometown track. Looking to peek the nose, not going to have enough there. You can see Matt able to stay lower than what Kale is on the exit. That's where Matt's able to get his run. He's going to have a dive here into 3 and 4. Side by side for the lead. Is Matt going to be able to clear? He does into 1. Does Kale have anything for him? He's going to fight back to him. Little bit of a shot there, but Matt is going to take the lead on lap number 9. So Matt to the point. Working lap number 10. Kale right behind him. Zach right behind Kale. Top 3 underneath the blanket. In the 50 car of Pena, he's lurking there in the 4th spot. So as the temps change tonight as well, it's going to be, it's going to change on how they drive for the second feature. That's one thing that these guys are going to have to look out for and pay attention to. Stay looking at them there. Matt hasn't been able to pull away from Matt, though. He's still on his back bumper. Hasn't gained any. Kale's still on his back bumper, still lurking. No mistakes. That's what this is going to come down to. First one to make a mistake, which we saw Kale run a little bit wider. You see his line now. He's low. And I believe just set the fastest lap of the race that last lap. Right on board here with Kale. Right on board with him, and then we'll ride on board with Zach as we watch the different lanes. Kale seems to get into the corner better, at least into 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Not as good as what Matt is at the moment. But Zach all over the back bumper of Kale. He's going to have a dive. A little loose on entry there. He's going to almost get into the back of him. Zach able to stay off him, though. It's going to open up the gap just a little bit to Kale. Pena trying to work up to Zach. A good little battle here between Bryce and Kellen. Kellen going to have a look underneath him. both those Ford cars with Van Dorn on the side of it. Side by side off of turn number 2. Into 3 and 4. Kellen's going to have a nose, and he's going to clear. Back into 1. Bryce, possible little bumper there. He's looking underneath him. He's going to go back to his inside. Good battle here for the fifth spot. Kellen, can he do a crossover? Bryce got a little bit low, hit the apron. Kellen with a run. Not going to be enough to do anything with it, though. See, even though it's gotten spread out at some points, it's everybody's still got a battle buddy, it seems like. Everybody's still able to run with whoever. Matt's slowly trying to pull away. Zach's still trying to work over Kale. Pena's slowly dropping back to Bryce and Kellen. Corey, he's back here surviving, possibly just saving, learning as much as he can for the second race tonight. Zach all over the back bumper of Kale, though. He's looking to make that move, just can't figure out where he needs to go with it. Take a look at Zach's paint scheme. Zach's paint scheme is actually really nice. I know I always mention Kale and how he makes mine, but Zach's paint scheme, he made that, I think, in less than 20 minutes last week. Maybe he made a few changes to it. Actually looks really good. Pena's, a little bit of water booger on the back. Van Dorn racing machine from Bryce. Kellen. Off of his real life late model. So good paint schemes throughout the field. Matt, I think Matt's been wanting Kale to make him a new paint scheme. And Kale just hasn't been able to get around to it. But Matt out front. I feel like Matt's run that same paint scheme for the last like 2 years. We're just past the halfway point, though. Kale trying to figure out what he can to catch up to Matt as we ride on board with him. Caution's out, though. Take a look on where that is. Oh, looks like it's going to be Bryce. He's spun around again. Was there contact? Oh, looks like there was possible contact as these three got to battling here. Let's go back and take a look at this. So these three, Bryce, actually good move by Bryce here. A little bit of a fake on Pena. Pena goes up the track. It's going to allow him to get inside of him. So Bryce gets underneath Pena. Looks like he's going to clear on the exit of the corner. Kellen goes deep into the corner. Pena tries to get him, and then big checkup. Or not even a checkup. Just looks like Pena tried to cross over, then got in the back of Kellen. And Kellen tried to drive it in deep to avoid the punt. And that's what sent Bryce around. So not Bryce's fault. He got spun there. But, yeah, that's going to put Kellen in the back. And, yeah, it should be a interesting restart. We got 21 to go. So with 21 to go, it's going to change up the whole field. Kale's going to have another shot at it. 22 to go. My apologies. I'll let it reset and all that. So let's see what lane everybody picks. Remember, everybody, don't forget about choose cone. You can choose different lanes, whatever you guys want.
You say that right as we come to 1 to go. You're a dumbass.
I said it before the race, too. Damn. Everybody seems to forget it because everybody just lines up in their normal spot. All right, well, looks like it's going to stay the same what it was. And Kale's going to be on the outside. Matt going to be on the inside. So Matt the leader for this restart. So they roll into the restart zone. Matt fires. We're back green. Matt clearing the one. Kale going to be able to get in behind him. Now here's Kale's chance to try to run him down. Bryce looking for a move to get around Zach. Okay, it looks like to have the short run speed, or at least to be able to get to Matt. Matt just has a consistency, it seems, to be right with him and stay there. As Bryce is trying to pressure Zach into a mistake, because they're all way close together. Kellen a little sideways there. Looking to the inside. His lookout back. That's Pena making the move on Kellen. They're going to be side by side into one almost. Going to leave the door. Pena going to stick it in there. Contact. That's going to put the 22 around and bring out another yellow. Contact there between the 50 and the 22. Let's take a look at this here. Who's up in front of him here? We'll do this. Where is it? Right there. All right, we'll look at it from Bryce's door. Into turn number 1. Looks like there's a hole. Pena's there. It looks like Kellen just came down on him, and I think he was there. I think he was enough inside to at least show the nose, showed it the whole straightaway. But we'll see what the call is from race control. A little bit of a dive, but he was there, and a little bit of contact. He goes around. Good job from Corey to avoid it. Corey just lurking out back, trying to save his car for the next race. Possible pit stops? No. I'm like, I didn't put tires on, so if everybody pits, we'll see. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything happened there. Possibly got put to the back. Kellen did. Corey, you got a copy?
What? Huh?
You got a copy?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, I got a copy.
I didn't want to bug anybody else, but I saw that you've been actually slowly working your way through the field. You've been learning a little bit. I know that you haven't been up front, but you've been kind of just lurking. What have you kind of learned in this first race, and what are you going to be able to do to apply it to the next one?
I've learned that I'm really bad with super lates, and I'm not a good race car driver. That's what I'm learning.
Well, you're getting better every race, and I feel like by the end of the season, you'll be up there, so I'm not too worried about it. Pace car's pull it off, so I'll put you back. Good luck.
Thank you.
Corey there, but it's going to be another restart. Matt and Kale back on the front row. In the restart zone, Matt fires back green. Kale with a little jump. I don't know about that one. We'll see what race control says about that. Battle for the second spot between Zach and Pena. Contact between these two last week, if anybody remembers, but Matt all over the back bumper of Kale trying to get past him. Looks like the call from race control is fine. I know they're in the same chat together, so the countdown may have been close, but I don't think Matt's going to appreciate the jump, but he's going to give him a little bit of a bumper there. Matt, we've seen, is a little bit quicker than Kale. So now he's a little quicker, but getting around him is a different story. Lap 36, working 37 here. Now able to roll that center just a little bit better than what Kel is. Exit of turn number 2, everybody still in that single file line. Matt doing as much as he can. Pena trying to work his way around Zach. This is probably best case scenario for Zach. As Matt's going to go for the lead now. He's going to have a dive underneath him. Kel and Matt side by side for the lead. Like I was saying, Zach, the best thing that he can see is these two side by side, or possibly Matt behind Kale, possible contact, whatever it may be. But that's going to allow Zach to catch up. Kale's going to have a good corner here. Try to get off low. Not going to have the momentum, though. Matt's going to clear. Back to the point. Kale tried to cross over to get back underneath them. Zach in chat saying, give him the beans. think Matt just did the little intimidator button, and Kel let him have it more than trying to just get in there and hit him. But good clean pass from Matt, and he takes back over the point after Kel got the lead on the restart. Now Zach's trying to get that spot. Zach, after last week, not the week or start of the season that he wanted after contact with the 50, who is now right behind him, but he got knocked out of the race, so he's down in the points, so he's looking for 2 good points days. Now these guys are all sitting in the line. We're underneath, or closing in on 5 laps to go. Penny now all over the back bumper of the 55, sorry. Pena in the 50, all over the back bumper of the 55. And speaking of that, Kel's starting to reel in Matt once again. You can kind of hear the tires from Pena. Possibly burned them up just a little bit, the rears. He's spinning the tires just a tiny bit on the exit. See the nose is a little bit loose. You can hear him driving in the corner. You see how much more aggressive he is on the entry. Into the wall there. So not what Penny wanted. And as we're closing in, we got 3 laps to go. Is Kel going to be able to get there? And if he does, how hard does he hit him? Oh, caution's out. Contact was made. I think that was Kellen in the back of Bryce. Hard in the back of him. So Kellen, for the 3rd time, making contact into the back. We see here. Check it out. Bryce not that good of a run off of turn 2. Into 3 down the back straightaway. Bryce gets on the brakes. Kellen just didn't anticipate it. Gets in the back of him and spins him around. Bryce able to keep it off the wall, though, so not going to hurt him. But contact was made. Kellen to the back of him. And now it's going to be a green, white, checkered to finish it off. Zach said, send it in till you see Jesus, then go 1 more car deeper. Well, I think that's what Kellen just did. He definitely sent her in deep, but yeah, this is gonna be a fun restart, and we'll see what we got here. Here, let's actually interview Zach here. Zach, do you got a copy?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that you're in the catbird seat right here. I ain't gonna lie. So, we saw Kale on that last restart. He got the lead, possibly jumped, whatever. But then Matt was able to fight back.
Matt was sleeping. He's sitting there
On the
and
green?
it went green,
Oh.
and then he was just sleeping. So the
Oh.
whole bottom line bunched up, and Kale just went on green.
Well, Kale got the lead from it. If Matt sleeps again here, that's going to be something different. What lane are you going to choose for this restart? Because there is the choose cone tonight. Looks like you're
Well,
going to be
I'm on the bottom.
Yeah, you're on the bottom.
We're just kind of staying where we are, because I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of defending here. And probably I might get wrecked for 3rd place. So we'll see.
We'll see. Well, good luck. Try to go get it. You got the 2 in front of you, so go get them. Zach, gonna fight it here. And we're coming back to the green. Matt fires. Kale fires. Good restart for both. Kale back right behind him. Kale had the arc. Is he gonna have enough speed into 3 to get there? White flag. Kale, 1 more opportunity for race number 1. How deep does he drive it in there? Does he try to get there? He gasses up. Not going to be able to do it. Matt Frady is going to be the race 1 winner. Great race. Glad everybody was able to keep their spots after the contact. Zach hard on the wall. Good Lord. Big junk from Zach. Well, that's going to end it for race number 1. So let's get a few interviews here. Matt, you got a copy?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Well, race number 1 went your way. You took the lead and got it early, and then the caution came out. And tell us about that restart. What happened? How'd you lose the lead to Kel, and then how were you able to get it back?
I was sleeping on the restart. We're not going to talk about that.
You sleeping? You take melatonin? Hungover?
Nope.
What happened?
Just wasn't. We weren't paying attention. We were too busy talking.
Well, it definitely
Green-
hurt you there.
yeah.
I thought Kel just jumped the crap out of it.
No, it's the greens flying earlier than
What you think?
what we all anticipated it, and yeah, it threw us all for a loop. And then I forgot about it coming out that early, and was just about getting ready to go, and then green flag came, and I was not ready.
Well, that was. Did we just advance it? Nick,
Yeah,
why
buddy.
did you advance it?
Uh-oh.
Everyone said to.
Did you give? You didn't.
All right. All right.
Great.
Well, Matt, good job on the race 1 win. Talk to us about this invert here. It's going to be top 5 invert, but did you learn anything from the first race, and is there anything that you could do differently that you're going to have to do and apply?
Yeah, watch
to
out
get
for
back on the front?
squirrels. How am I going to learn anything from up front the entire time?
Well, I guess that part's true.
Good thing I've got like tens of 20s of thousands of laps here in real life.
Well, that helped. It helped Kel last week. It seemed like a little bit. So, hometown kid, well, old man, I guess you could say, got it done in the first one. Good luck, and we'll see if we interview you again after the next one.
Okie dokie.
All right, Matt, with the race 1 win, he's gonna be put to the back for race number 2, 5-car invert. So we're gonna get back going green. We're gonna fucking delay it here. All right, so now the front row is going to be Bryce and Pena up front. They're going to lead us to the green, with Matt starting 5th, Kel 4th, Zach 3rd, Pena 2nd, Bryce 1st. It's going to mix up the field, a little bit of invert, a little bit of a change. So we'll see how quickly Kel and Matt are able to get through the field, or if it's going to mix things up. But pace car is going to pull off for race number 2. Race 2 at the Bullring. Twin number 2 is going to be underway. Bryce fires back green. Good start for both. Pena's going to spin across the nose of Zach. That's going to put Matt in it, and caution's going to come out. Pena on that outside line spun. No grip on the outside, it seemed like. He's spun it around. Let's go back and take a look at it. Take a look at the restart. Not too bad of a start. And you see here, it just slowly steps out on him. Cold tires and everything like that. Right across the nose of Zach. And Matt with nowhere to go. Matt didn't get too much damage from it, but Zach got rear and front damage from it. So I think Zach actually ended up being the worst of it here. So let's go on board and ride with Matt. With nowhere to go. Can't really see nothing here. See Pena? Yeah, he had no clue. Zach was just involved in it. And that's going to stack up the field. Let's ride on board and see what Zach saw. See Pena out there. Slowly gets sideways. Zach tries to avoid it. Nowhere to go. Tried to get away from Matt as well, but just got caught up in it still. So we're going to double them up here at the start-finish line. Kale's going to be the first one to really do the choose cone. He picks that bottom lane. So Kale's going to be third after being second. That's going to put Kellen on the outside row. So back to the restart zone. Bryce fires. Oh, Kale in the back of him. That's going to be a quick caution. Kale gets in the back of him and spins him around. Not what you want to see on the restart. Let's go back and take a look at it. From up top, zoomed in. See everybody just a little bit here. So it looks like maybe green came out. Everybody fired, seems, at the same time. Just Bryce didn't anticipate it. Kale ran right in the back of him and spun him around. Luckily didn't hit anything. And is able to keep going. Nice little 360 there for Bryce. But not what you'd think would happen here on the restart. That's going to possibly put Kale back to the back and give Kellen the lead. Nowhere for Zach to go. Possibly more front end damage from Zach. But Kale into the back bumper of Bryce. Okay, we'll stay off it though. Matt, let him get caught back up. Yeah, not the restart that a few of these guys would have wanted. Matt, though, he's going to come down and get some damage fixed. Interesting call from that. We'll see. I don't know if they're going to put Kale to the back. He got in the back of him. I don't know. That should be Kale unless Bryce is saying not to. We listening here. Ooh, ooh.
Remember, we choose before the line.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that.
We can't get rid of this. Uh-oh. Well, you hear a little bit of game chat. So Kale chooses the bottom. Kellen to the top. Zach third. Corey. He's made his way up to fourth. Just staying out of trouble, keeping his nose clean. Look how it's worked out for him. Up to fourth. Here we go. Kale's going to have the advantage here as they roll into the restart zone. Kale fires, back green. Good restart for Kale. It's going to allow Zach to get clear into turn number 1. Little contact there between the 22 and 50. Matt, these two, is right behind these two. So now Matt's got to be able to get to Kale and then pass him. There's one spot for Matt. Now that Matt starts deeper in the field, he's going to have to work around a few cars. Like you said, just keep his nose clean. Let's see how he's going to work around Penny. He's going to get to the inside pretty quickly. And he's going to clear and be able to make that spot. So he's going to move himself into that third spot. There's a good battle right behind him. For fourth, him getting around Pena allowed Kellen to get underneath him. Bryce a little sideways there. Good battles going on everywhere through the field. They're going to be tied on each other's door. Kellen's going to clear. Pena on Bryce's door. Going to get a little bit of contact there. Up the track he goes. And, oh, turned on the front straightaway. Pena just looked like he turned him there after the contact. Go back and take a look at it here. Right on board with Kellen. Looking out back at him. And check it out from the drone cam. So you see on the entry of 3 how tight Pena was keeping Bryce. Bryce just had to come up eventually and get onto the racetrack. And I don't see anything that Bryce really did wrong there. Just a little bit of contact, then coming back up. Was it a squeeze or... Let's see. Yeah, I mean, just going for the same real estate, but as you see here how close they were after the contact. Just contact made. Bryce spins her back around. Able to keep going though, so not gonna hurt him too bad. But yeah, contact, and the 29 goes for a spin. They are gonna put the 50 to the back. So this is all giving Matt some time to make his way back through the field. We're only on lap 7. Let's see, who can we get an interview from? Kellen, you got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, looking pretty good there. You're in that 4th spot. Been in a few incidents, but majority of this race been keeping your nose clean. What are you kind of planning to do here for this last little bit as you're restarting 4th?
Just keeping it together, you know. Just not gonna try super hard, save until, because it's a lot of drama going on right now with Tristan and everybody. But just gonna keep her clean and try to finish this race.
Well, I agree.
Top
That
5.
seems to be the best way to do it. So good luck, and I'll be talking to you hopefully after.
Yep, thank you.
Little interview there with Kellen. Backfire, we go green. Matt picks the outside line, and he gets a perfect restart to stay on the outside of Kale, though. Kale with a nose down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Zach's going to look underneath Matt. Matt not going to have a hole. Zach's going to fill it. Zach trying his darndest to get up there and make sure Matt stays on that outside line. So Matt's going to fall back to that 3rd spot. They expected him to get a hole as good as a restart that he got, but just wasn't able to clear to make it. Zach did a good job filling that hole, but now Zach's on the charge trying to get to Kale. Zach's figured out something in this last restart. Kale's a little tight. Zach's able to get it rotate. Matt seems to be just as quick as both of them. Top 3 going to get a little spread out. Bryce has moved his way into the 4th spot. But the battle's still up to the front. These front 3 been the quickest all night. Watching Zach. Seeing Kale. How he's getting around the track. See the 2 with Zach and Matt just a little bit lower than he is. Kale backs up the entry, but gets that exit on him. Zach, little mistake there. Little wiggle. Little wiggle. He's trying to block the bottom. Keep Matt behind him. And I don't think Matt's going to let that happen more than what just happened. Matt gave him some room, though. That allowed Kale to pull away. This is a pretty cool camera angle to watch what everybody does, because you're able to see where Kale is, how low he is, but then compare and see where Zach is. So you see Zach and Matt are able to get lower and charge the corner a little bit harder than what Kale is. But on the exit, that's where he's gaining. Matt trying to stay off of him. Right on board with Zach from this camera angle would be kind of cool. See Matt there. He's going to try to come off the corner. A little bit of contact. But he seems to be all good. And Matt's going to clear into that 2nd spot. So here comes Matt. Does he have enough time to get back to Kale? He's got 30 laps, so it's plenty of time. Kale can make a mistake. He can make a mistake. Either way, this race is not over. Kale lost last week, right at the end of the race, after a heartbreaker, after leading, it seemed like 100 laps of the 150. And now he's going to have to try to hold Matt off at Matt's home track, so you know he wants it. He wants it. Yes, he does. Let me get an interview here with Matt. Here. Can we get an interview with Matt? Is he trying to work with back bumper of Kale? Yeah, let's do it. Matt, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, going for the lead. Talk us through how you're trying to get around Kale and how you just made that pass. Well, not clear yet.
Intimidation. Oh, I'm
Intimidation.
clear.
You're clear now. Warren, as I said it, Kale's going to get it back to your back bumper.
No, I had to park it there.
Where do you see that you're better than Kellen? Where do you think that you're going to have to hold him off here at this end? Where do you think that you're better than him?
It looks like he's overdriving entry. The big thing here is you got to slow down to go fast. And I think he's just driving it in a little bit too deep and trying to arc it when you want to kind of straight shoot the corner and back it up a lot.
That's what I've seen.
Roll the corner, let it roll through the center.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. That's kind of where Zach was actually getting on him too. Was a little through the entry, but then he would pull on an exit, and then you were just kind of better than both of them everywhere. So not too bad.
Yeah, and I was trying not to take Zach out. He got close to where I almost did when he had a little hiccup.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw the little block down the back stretch into 3, and I was like, I don't know if Matt's gonna allow that to happen more than just once. So, but yeah, looking good. You're to the point. And, yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Just after halfway, Matt Frady takes the lead once again. Kill trying to defend from Zach. Zach's going to look underneath him now. That's going to allow Bryce into the battle. Bryce has found some speed. He's got both of these guys. Bryce trying to get into it. He's going to get into Zach. They're going to be 3 wide down the back straightaway for second. Kill's able to get to the bottom, though. He's going to clear. Bryce and Zach going to battle. Best thing that Kale can see in his mirror now. Great battle there. Almost 3 wide, or we're about 3 wide. But Bryce moves himself into the 3rd spot. Zach's going to drop back. Now does Bryce have enough speed to get to Kale? He actually has a good run there on the edge of the corner. Looked like he could have made a bump. Let's take a look and see. He's able to roll the center just a little bit better, and he's not losing too much time on the exit. See, right where Matt was kind of talking, where he thinks that he's beating Kale, is charging the entry, but I think that's and getting the arc, but that's where Bryce is actually catching Kale, is on the entry, being a little bit more shallower. Bryce trying to be respectful and not use the bumper, but if Bryce doesn't use the bumper, it looks like Zach's going to use the bumper on him. Going back and forth on top of everybody's point of view. On board with Pena, he got in the wall just a little bit there. Zach's trying to make his move to get around Bryce. Bryce drives it in hard. That's going to hurt him on this center and exit. Zach really rotating that wheel. See how much he turns here in the center. Just a little bit of a bump there. As Pena's going to have the dive underneath Zach. He's there. He's going to give him that space, a little bit of contact. Zach going to touch him. Zach in the back of him, it's going to spin the 50 around. Caution's out. Oh, hard on the wall from Kellen. And contact happened last week between the 55 and the 50. Similar situation. A little bit of a dive bomb for Pena. You've seen that move work earlier tonight. Spun Kellen around earlier, but then they get into one. Zach just gonna slice the nose off it and show his displeasure there. Let's go back and take a look here from Zach's point of view. See how hard of a bump it really was. Doesn't seem like it was actually that hard of a bump. It just slid, and you can't really bump as what you'd like in these now as after they updated them and all that. So it's gonna put possibly Zach to the back. Yes, they will. It's gonna send Zach to the back. Pena is not in chat, so I'm not going to be able to interview him. Race control, you guys got a copy?
We'll take
Oh,
a look.
more contact.
Oh, Zach.
Race control,
Zach showing some displeasure.
Zach showing a lot of displeasure here. I don't think
Yeah,
Pena
I've never
liked it,
seen
but,
that out of Zach.
yeah, I've never
No,
seen
yeah,
Zach
he's all the
angry.
time.
But yeah, what did you guys see there with that incident? What did you guys see was wrong with it? What do you guys think?
They were dooring each other, and then I'm not really sure if it was a checkup on the 50 or what, but Zach did get into the back of him.
Well, that's
But
kind of the rule that
I thought
have.
it was good, the little bit of dooring and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
I think so too. I don't think that Zach liked it a lot, but I think that's kind of the rule that I have. It is if two cars are in it, then just put them both to the back, and it kind of clears up that problem and helps you out just a little bit. So we'll I'll probably be talking to you guys under next yellow, but yeah, all in all, looking good so far.
No.
Well, Matt, back to the point. Kale's gonna have another shot at him, so we'll see when they go. They fire. Matt's gonna be clear once again. Kale not getting the best restarts. That outside line really doesn't get the best restarts. Oh, Kellen's gonna blow up down the back straightaway after the hard hit in the outside wall. Kellen blows up. That's really unfortunate. His first race, I believe he finished 5th in the last race. But not the points night that he wanted after missing the first one. We'll see. How does Zach get around the Pena now? Pena's going to go in the wall. That's going to actually drag him back a lot. He lost a lot of momentum there. And now Bryce is all over the back bumper of the 07, Cale McClinney. He's still lurking all over his back bumper. As Kale's trying to learn where he's worse than Matt, because Matt seems just to pull away just a little bit every corner. And Kale's trying to figure out where that is. Ooh, into the outside wall from Bryce. Ooh, looked like Zach had to drive it in real deep in that corner to avoid a possible bump. We're closing in on 5 laps to go. Matt's still with the advantage out front. I don't know if we'll have another yellow, but if we do, I know Kale wants one. I don't think he likes finishing second. These last, well, 2 races, first one tonight and then last week. Definitely is good points, but not what he wants to have happen. He wants a win. Matt looking to sweep the first 3 races of the season. But no challenge for him up front. Bryce, it seems like, has figured out something over these first races, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with the twin races, was mix it up, give 2 chances for 2 different races and 2 different winners, and then also, you know, put together what you can learn from the first race. If you burn off the tires just a little bit, you can know that for the next one, or change it up just a little bit and you know, do something different if you figure out something at the end of it. So looks like Bryce has actually applied that quite a bit. He's gonna almost get the wall there. It looks like he's running about the same speed as Kale. But it's been the Matt Frady show since the drop of the green flag. Last week's winner did not like Kern, struggled in the first half of it. Comes to the second race of the season with the twin 50s, his hometown track. Las Vegas Bullring. Ran here since he was a kid, and he's about 80 years old now. But Matt Frady's going to win the second twin and sweep the weekend at Las Vegas. All right, top 3 park at the bottom of the apron, kind of what happened last week, because that was a cool picture. So top 3 also into Discord for interviews. All right. Well, Matt's going to burn her down here. Matt Frady is going to win. Matt, second week in a row and 3 races in a row. You win. Talk to us about your race, or talk to us about both races and why you were so good this week.
Probably the hundreds of thousands of real life laps that I have here. I mean, home track, like you said, been growing up on this track, so Just know the little ins and outs of this track and what to do on it.
Well, it definitely ended up helping you tonight. You were a little bit quicker than Kale. I know Kale had this, the speed in practice, and it seems like during qualifying and things like that. But when it comes to race time, you always turn it up and are able to get there. So, leading. I mean, I don't know about incidents, or I don't know how to calculate it. You had a 4x, Kale had a 4, so it should balance out there. I don't know what points are going to look like. If anything, you guys might be tied. But yeah, heading into next week at Five Flags. So the Five Flags is going to be a 125 lapper. Last few years, you have ran the Snowball Derby in iRacing. So
Yeah.
what are your kind of expectations? You got a lot of laps around there too. What are you kind of looking forward to? It's going to be a longer race, similar to those, but what are you kind of thinking heading into that race next week?
No, it's probably going to be another one, tight one with me and Kale. I know me and Kale have done quite a few of the snowball races on here, and he's always right there with me, if not in front. And it's going to be another fun, clean, fast race.
Definitely. Well, we'll be seeing you next week. If you are the points leader, congratulations, and congratulations once again on sweeping Las Vegas.
I sure hope I'm the points leader after leading or winning 3 races.
You might be, because I don't know about 0x's. I did up it with 0x's and all that, kind of give it a little bit of a change, but yeah. So anyway, good job. You got anybody that you would like to thank or give a shout out to?
Y'all for doing this. Liam over here for screaming behind me. Kale for racing clean, and Zach as well. Everybody else, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a good one. Maybe we could put on Liam for a race or something. That would be kind of cool. So put him in if you get too far out in points. But yeah, so congratulations on tonight, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Alrighty.
Matt Frady there, coming home P1. We're going to do Kale next. Kale, do you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, I know not the night that you wanted. 3 races in a row, 2 weeks in a row. P2. Talk to us about your night. What did you think you needed to beat Matt? And tell us just kind of about your night.
It wasn't bad at all. Matt just had a way better had a way better car. There's no doubt about it. I couldn't do anything on a long run. I suck. These cars don't drive like they used to anymore. I got so used to the old way where you can just go on the gas in the center and these things just don't do it. You got to let it roll so much more. But I don't know. I thought the invert was going to kind of screw us, but it didn't. I don't know what happened on the initial start pin. It just looped it, and it kind of caught me off guard. I saw it coming, but that's what. Don't touch me, Matt. Yeah, I saw it coming, but there's nothing Matt and Zach could do about it. So that was unfortunate, but not a bad night. I don't know where we ended up now in points. But
I was just going to take a look at it. I don't know. I don't know if you or Matt got a 0x the first race, and then you're leading it by 1. So I don't know. We'll see what the points are after.
I know we
next
both
week,
got an
but
X here.
Yeah, you both got 4 X's.
Are they
this
counted
race.
separate? The
Yeah.
races counted separately.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do both. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what it is. But heading into next week at Five Flags, it's going to be the Snowman Derby. So
Snowman. Okay.
yeah, the Snowman Derby. I know that you and Matt the last few years have ran the Snowball Derby in iRacing, so you have a lot of laps around there. But talk to us what your expectations are heading into Five Flags. The race is also the Strife Wraps Snowman Derby. So 125 around Five Flags, one of your better tracks, and a track that you have a lot of laps about it. So talk to us what you're thinking about heading into next week.
I'm gonna beat Matt's ass finally. Nah, I don't know. Let's see. I feel like Five Flags in a super late is not again like they used to be. I don't really. The cars are they've gotten a lot freer, a lot more rear end torque in them. So let's see what we got, but I'm not 100% sure about Five Flags. It might be a one better track because it's a lot rougher and a lot more harder on tires, and especially having the experience of running the Derby, like 300 laps for the past couple of years definitely helps. So
yeah, you
see if we can
definitely
save
got
our
the
shit and
experience
see what we
there.
got.
Yeah, you definitely got the experience. It's going to be 125, so not too long, but long enough to where the tire could come into it. But coming on P2, we'll see where you are in the points, but congratulations.
Thank you.
Kale coming home second. And rounding out the top 3, Bryce coming home with a 3rd place finish there. Not too shabby there. You started a little bit rough tonight, we'll say, in the first one, and but ended up the night finishing third. So tell us about your night and what you thought about it.
Yeah, I started the race not too good. I started like sixth or seventh. Then first race, not terribly good, but somewhat good. Did okay with the first start, and then obviously had that incident. But after that, it started to get better, and turns out I got a top 3 finish.
Yeah, it worked out for you there. I mean, you started on the pole for the second twin, and then got into some things, and then seemed like you were never yellow, but it wasn't even your fault tonight. So
Yeah.
that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, Bullring, your hometown track. Talk to us. What's one of your favorite things about this track, and what do you think that what did you figure out from the last race? Or from the first race to kind of the middle point of this one, because it seemed like you picked up a lot of speed and found something about center of this race.
Yeah, basically, it's all training. Like, just go on practice sessions and just have fun.
That's the best
Or,
way to
like,
do it.
practice.
That's the
Yeah.
best way to do it. Just learn as much as you can. That's the best thing with it. And I'm trying to get for next week. I will try to get the setup out just a little bit, or I might post it on Discord for people to save, or I'll post the race for next week just so that you can go into the league and test, or
Yeah.
have an option to see the weather and all that. So at least I can kind of get it a little bit more accurate for you guys. But yeah, other than that, pretty good night for you. And heading into Five Flags, what are you looking forward to at Five Flags? I don't know how much experience you got there or how much you like there, but yeah, 125 next week.
Yeah, I'm mostly good at Five Flags. The best thing to do there is just save. That's all you have to do. Save tires and hopefully get a top 5 or top 3 finish, and maybe a win. Who knows?
Definitely. You definitely got a shot at it. We'll see. Matt and Kale have got a lot of laps after they ran the Derby the last few years, but it's going to be a little bit different set, a little different temperatures. So we'll see what they do, but I'm expecting some big things out of you, and you've been got quicker after the first race. So you seem to be figuring out the twins pretty good. So you're looking good. So congratulations, and we'll be talking to you next week.
All right, thank you so much.
Bryce Diavaria there, and he's going to round off the field. So good night tonight. Awesome battles throughout the field. Few 3-wide moments, and yeah, awesome race all in all from everybody. So that's going to wrap it up, and going to be all for tonight. So if you guys did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. Tune in next week, next Tuesday. Stream will start at, well, I'll do it about the same time as what I did tonight, probably 5:30-ish, 5:25, hopefully, to maybe do it a little bit earlier, try to get more people in here. But yeah, let us know what you guys think that you would like to see. Anybody else would like to join the league, let us know. Looking for more cars, and yeah, it's gonna wrap it up. So leave a like, subscribe, don't forget about next week, and we'll see you guys then. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody who tuned into the stream. I'm glad it worked tonight and it didn't mess up or anything. So, yeah, I'm going to go do the points right now, and let me know what you guys think I could do differently for the stream, or what you guys would like to see, or, whatever else it may be, rule change or whatever. So, yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and, yeah, we'll